Once upon a time, there was a gardener with a simple yet lovely garden, filled to overflowing with brown-eyed Susans. As these yellow-petaled flowers bloomed from late spring into fall, they provided an abundance of sunny cheer to anyone who saw them. They also provided seeds for the goldfinches all winter long. The gardener loved watching the goldfinches sweep and hop and fly around the garden. One day, the gardener received sunflower seeds and decided to plant those as well. It turned out that the goldfinches weren't the only ones to like this new addition. The cardinals, blue jays, and squirrels loved the sunflowers and their seeds too. And this got the gardener to thinking, what other creatures might be drawn to the garden? How wonderful it would be to have butterflies and chickadees, bumblebees and sparrows. The gardener set about researching different flowers, plants, and bushes, seeking how to invite each creature in their own language, invite them to be a part of this wonderful, life-giving garden. And so into the garden were introduced purple coneflower for the bumblebees, orange butterfly milkweed for the monarch butterflies, and pink creeping phlox for the swallowtail variety of butterflies. The garden was beginning to become more vibrant. It was still missing some colors of the rainbow, though. So the gardener planted some bright red cardinal flowers and was delighted to discover a hummingbird, and then another had come to be a part of the garden. Red, orange, yellow, pink, purple. What bird, bee, or butterfly might come along if there were also blue flowers? The gardener was excited to find out, and so the gardener planted bluebell of Scotland and balloon flower. Both have bluish purple flowers. The bluebell of Scotland, with its bell shape and delicate stems and calming presence, invited different creatures, though, than the playful, puffy-shaped balloon plant. Next came the white of the common aster, a great favorite of chickadees and titmice. The garden was now a riot of color, full of fluttering, flying birds, butterflies, and bumblebees. What about the other insects, though? The ladybugs and the honeybees, the slugs and the grubs that attracted still other creatures. Turns out that not all creatures are attracted to the flash of a pretty color and a sweet-filled flower. The ladybugs were waiting for cilantro, dill, and fennel to invite them to the garden. The honeybees heard the garden reaching out to welcome them with basil, chives, and lavender. And the frogs and toads appreciated the sturdy, unassuming green hosta as a place of cool refreshment from the sun and the busyness of the garden. It turned out that the acorns and beech nuts from the oak and beech trees were a welcome change of diet for the jays, crows, and squirrels, helping them to keep lively and full throughout the changes of the year. And the forsythia that was so bright and cheerful with its yellow blossoms in the spring became a place of security and shelter for many birds all summer long. Every time the gardener felt content to sit back and simply enjoy the garden with its multitude of flowers, plants, bushes, and trees, every time the gardener thought, this was it. All the creatures felt welcome. All the creatures were invited in their own way to become a part of this community. Every time the gardener thought that, the gardener discovered a new way to reach out and bring more creatures all together. The fragrant honeysuckle, the sturdy evergreens to offer shelter from the winds of life, the allium ornamental onion, whose purple puff of a flower looked like a silly, joyful creation right out of Dr. Seuss. The ground-covering blanket flower, which was more delicate than it looked. Each different plant added to the beautiful landscape mosaic, providing all of the different things different creatures needed to thrive and grow, all together in the garden. Why, sometimes the gardener thought that it seemed like 3,000 new creatures had joined the garden overnight. The gardener knew, though, that it was not magic. It was the work of the Spirit. It was the work of the Spirit reaching out to each creature in its own way, offering each creature that which felt nurturing and life-giving. For some, it was the joy and sweetness of the colorful flowers. For others, it was the calm security of the leaves and branches. For others, it was the abundant and enduring seeds and nuts to fill them up with good things. And for still others, it was that someone cared enough to plant that unique thing that spoke to them, like wild bergamot for the elusive hummingbird moth. It wasn't magic or chance that brought the multitude of these creatures together in the garden. It was the Spirit. It was the Spirit moving in and through the gardener. It was the important work of the Spirit, reaching out to each one in their own language, inviting them to know that their Creator loves them and to thrive as their Creator intended. On this day of Pentecost, on this day when we celebrate the birthday of the worldwide Church of Jesus Christ, we remember that it is the work of the Spirit to reach out to all, each in their own language. And we remember that that work of the Spirit happens through us. We are the ones God calls to reach out and welcome others in their own language so that all people and all creatures might come together, might come all together in God's garden of love. Amen.